Well, YouTube has blocked comedian Russell Brand from making money from videos on the site, as several women, come forward to accuse the British actor and comedian of sexual assault, grooming and rape. Brand denies all the accusations against him. Well, let's bring you now Scottish comedian and GB News host Leo Kearse. Leo, what's your view on YouTube taking this action?
I mean, it seems pretty drastic because there's no due process that's been followed in this case. It's all been reported in the media. It's been a trial by media. Russell Brand wasn't even really given much of a chance to respond to the allegations. They spent over a year building the case. He says he was given just 8 days to respond. So to hang, draw and quarter somebody like this and remove their source of income seems pretty drastic. I really would prefer if cases like this went through the courts instead of just being in the opinion columns.
To me, 8 days seems like a very long time to respond as a journalist. You know, sometimes you go to someone in the morning and tell them
Really?
you need a response by 3 o'clock that afternoon. Absolutely. But look, this is...
Come on, I mean, in a court case, if due process was followed, he would have the same amount of time to build his case and cross-examine the evidence and perhaps bring in witnesses. I mean, this is why we have a court system instead of just having dunking people as witches.
Well, this has become a very heated debate in the UK. I mean, you have people who say this should never have played out in the media, which is what you're saying, and then others who say that, you know, because he's so famous, these women were reluctant to take their claims to the police because they were worried about how they would be treated on social media. What do you think about that argument that's been put forward?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard people say that. I'm not sure if it's totally true. I've never seen fame protect people like Harvey Weinstein or anybody else. And in fact, fame sometimes attracts accusations that then turn out to be false. I mean, look at Cliff Richard, for example, and Kevin Spacey. Perhaps not the best example, but he was found innocent in a court of law. I think people really need a chance to clear their name. And so much in the documentary, went beyond just storytelling or recounting testimony to just ridiculous, overblown hysteria around his demon eyes. And, I mean, suggesting this isn't a case for the police or for the courts, and it's actually a case for a priest. Do we need to get an exorcist in to deal with Russell Brand, who's been inhabited by demons?
There were serious allegations, though, of rape and sexual assault. I mean, you think that women would just make it up?
No, I don't think. I'm not casting any aspersions over the evidence at all. But my wife's a barrister. She's prosecuted and defended sexual assault cases. That's not how we met. And she says that she'd feel more comfortable defending than prosecuting Russell Brand with the evidence that's on offer. It needs to be cross-examined, and even the most damning evidence in that documentary could be picked apart, shown to be meant in a different way. So, by no means do I think that this documentary is the slam dunk that it should have been after so many years of putting it forward. If anything, it dispelled some of the rumours that were swirling around Russell Brand. I mean, I just felt if that...
Very quickly, I want to ask you, what do you think about those who argue that this is because Russell has been coming out against Joe Biden and vaccines? Do you think that has any credibility?
I mean, I'm not sure if I'd say that's why they're doing it, but I think if Channel 4 were still making money from him, if he was still a presenter on Channel 4, would they be making documentaries condemning him while, these alleged incidents were happening, while his behaviour was apparently going on? Channel 4 were quite happy to have that money-making machine going on. So it is interesting timing, but now that he's flipped around and he's become an independent media creator, now they're coming for him.
Leo Kearse, thank you very much. And